Okay, we might make this the last word problem. Now I look at these and I think, okay, what shall I do? Not seen this question before. One leg of a right triangle is 20 inches longer than the smaller leg. Okay, so I would do something like this. If they're, let's just do it like this. Here's a right triangle. So one leg is 20 longer than the smaller. Right, here we go. Here's the smaller side. The longer one is 28 inches more. So I'd put x plus 28. Okay, so we're still keeping with the same letter, not two different letters. There we go. Smaller side and longer side, which is 28 longer. Now the hypotenuse is 32 inches longer than the smaller. So again, this is x plus 32. Looks like it to me. Okay. Okay, short one, longer side, and hypotenuse. Short than the smaller leg. Right. Okay, so I've got this then. Pythagoras' theorem, which is the shorter side squared plus the longer side squared equals the hypotenuse, which is the one opposite the right angle squared. So I have this x squared plus x plus 28 squared. Okay, so there's the shorter side squared, the longer side squared equals the hypotenuse side squared. The hypotenuse is always the longest one of the lot, of course. X plus, oh dear, you know, I mean, the problem with these things like this is I can see the numbers are going to be ridiculous. Alright, so now remember, just remember this, okay, when you are doing an x plus 28 squared, it's not just an x squared and a 28 squared. Alright, x plus 28 squared, x plus 28 is x plus 28 times another x plus 28. Okay, so that will give me x squared plus 28x and 28x is 56x plus, no flipping idea, I'm going to get a calculator out, right? 28 times 28, this is getting silly now, folks. Okay, calculator, what is 28 times 28? That equals 784. So plus 784. Okay. So, well, I shouldn't put the equals yet. I've got not enough room here. So what I'm saying is that there, which is that there, is that there. Okay, let's have a look at this. I've still got to do this. Look at the x plus 32 squared. I'm going to do it over here. X plus 32 with another, oops, that should be 2, sorry. With another x plus 32. Okay, here's another big one. So that is x squared plus 64x, that's 32x and 32x, and here's the biggie, what's 32 times 32? 1024. So numbers are huge, folks, okay, but hopefully these things will cancel a bit. Right, okay, here we go. So, space, that's what I'm looking for. Right, let's start from the beginning. X squared plus all of this, right, because that's that bit there. So x squared plus 56x plus 784 equals, all of this, remember, all of this squared, so x squared, just takes longer to write this, plus 64x plus 1024. Now remember, you need to get all the x's, everything, onto one side, put it equal to 0. So I'm going to take away an x squared from both sides, so that's gone and that's gone. Okay, I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, there's an x squared on both sides, they kind of cancel. I've taken away an x squared from both sides, I've still got the x squared left at the start. Now I'm going to take away 64x from both sides. Right? I'm going to put everything onto the left. So take away 64x. So I'm going to have left the x squared that's still at the start. Now that is, what's that? That's minus 8x, so a bit better numbers. And I'm also going to take away 1024. Again, I'm putting everything on the left. So take away 1024. I'm going to cheat and stick that in my calculator. All right. So here we go. 784 take away 1024 equals negative 240. Negative 240. I'd be following all this. Equals 0. And finally, I've got to something that I can just deal with a problem. Question. Here it goes. What's the two numbers? Two numbers that make negative 240 when you multiply, that make negative 8 when you add. Damn right. Okay. So, two parentheses. Maybe I should cheat and look at the answer again. 24 times 10 is 240. 8. Oh, I might have to sneak. Oh, better not. 15 times. Oh, good grief. I know I need a difference of 8. So, calculator. 240. Cancel. 240 divided by 15 equals. Cancel. 240 divided by 15 equals. So that's 15 and 16. 12. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's 12 and 20. 12 and 20. X minus 20. Because I want more negatives. X plus 12. But can you see, I'm doing it just like you would do it. I'm going, oh dear, what are the two numbers? Okay, so that's it. That makes negative 240 and negative 8 when I add. So again, the only answer, the proper answer, is this one here. This will give me a 0, okay? This will give me a positive 20. This is going to give me negative 12 to make it 0. But remember, we don't use negative numbers, real world. It's going to be 20 inches. So the lengths of the sides is, right, the shortest is 20, okay, 20. The longer one, if it's 28 more, must be 48, all right? And the even longest one, because it's 32 more, must be 52, all right? 20, 48, and 52.